Okay. Uh, can you guys hear me clearly? Okay, you close the system. The online guys, can you hear me clearly? All right, good to know. Trainer. So let me share my screen. All right. I hope you guys can see my screen. All right. All right. Fine. Extremely sorry for the delay. We were experiencing a few network issues and there are issues with the Zoom. All right. So let me take you quickly through the course content first. So this course will be a combination of both manual plus automation. Okay. You'll be learning both manual as well as automation. So, okay, I guess I need to change my screen share. Okay. So we'll be learning both manual as well as automation. This is for the offline students present in the class also. I hope you guys can hear me clearly well. You can hear me well, I believe. So this is both manual plus automation. In your manual course, you will be learning about testing, the different types of testing, and functional and non-functional testing types. You'll be learning about both functional and non-functional testing types. It's all right even if you don't know anything about these concepts. So your educational background, your career gap, your stream in engineering, all these are not an issue. Anyone can join this course. Anyone can learn testing here. So the course has been designed in such a way that even if you do not have any prior experience in testing, no prior knowledge about testing, no prior coding knowledge, no prior Java knowledge, that is completely fine. You will still be able to learn everything from scratch. So we will be explaining you everything from the beginning. The only requirement we have from you is you should have a working laptop with you or a desktop at least, so that you can practice at home. And obviously, if you have a laptop, that will be a plus because you can bring your laptops to the class. So this is one class where I would recommend bringing laptops to the session. So the other batches, there might not be a chance where they'll be resolving it when you bring your laptops. Here in my session, you'll have to bring your laptops. I mean, if you have laptops, I would genuinely recommend you guys to get your laptops to this session for in online. Okay, audio not clear. So, rest of you, is my audio clear in the online batch? Is my audio clear? People in the line of Zoom, voice is breaking. Is it is is it all right now? Me now? Can you guys hear me well now? Okay, good to know. Thank you. So we'll be learning both functional and non-functional testing types, SDLC. But don't worry, you'll have a very fair understanding at the end of this manual course. So first we'll be starting with manual. The course duration is at least one week extra here and there. Not clear now also. Audio breaking. మళ్ళీ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది సార్. 2 ports ఉన్నాయి సార్. 2 ports మార్చి పెట్టాను. క్లియర్ ఇప్పుడు? Clear now, guys? Can you hear me? So, post your defect life cycle, you'll also learn how to write your own test cases, how to write test cases as part of your manual testing. You'll also learn about Jira. So Jira will be your defect tracking tool. So whatever defects you find, yes, mute and unmute options will not be available for the students joining online. You can type your queries in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer your queries. The entire course duration is 8 weeks. So the batch starts at 8:30 in the morning. The video recording will be provided by the admin team. The cost and all will also be informed by the admin team in the chat box. You can reach out to the admin team via WhatsApp or you can call them. So today, since it was a server issue, we were facing a few issues at our end, so we had to start a little late. But from tomorrow, we will be starting on time at 7:30 in the morning. So you can be sure that the class starts at 7:30 in the morning every day. So we will be looking into your test cases, your Jira. So Jira is your bug tracking tool. Using Jira, if at all you find any defects while you are testing your application, the application, as I've already mentioned to the offline batch, the offline students, the application can be anything. It can be your Android, iOS, a web application. It can be anything, any software, any application that you're testing. If you're finding any defects, if the application is not working as per the requirement, you categorize it as a defect or a bug. So those defects, you raise it using Jira. Voice breaker. Can you guys hear me now? All good? No problem. Let's finish it now. It's already late. So we'll be learning Jira, and post Jira, the offline classes are in Naresh IT Institute in Amirpet, Hyderabad. So those who are interested in offline classes can join the batch in Naresh IT 7:30 in the morning. So post Jira, you will also learn about your, of course, as part of SDLC, you'll also learn about SDLC models, your agile model, your waterfall model. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of it. You will learn about Scrum Agile briefly in this course also. You'll learn about Scrum Agile. Next, this will complete your manual theory part. I'll be giving you some 30-page notes. I'll be sharing it with you. So Naresh IT team will create a Google Classroom, sort of your WhatsApp group. You just can't chat there. So they'll be creating Google Classroom. So you all will be added to the Google Classroom after your fee payment. All the notes will be shared on Google Classroom only. I'll not be sharing anything individually. There will not be any WhatsApp groups also. I'll be in touch with you regularly through something else called as Slack. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of Slack. Anyone aware of Slack? No problem. I'll show you what Slack is once we start our batch. So we'll be in touch with on Slack, similar to your WhatsApp only. I don't want to start a WhatsApp group now. So we'll be still in touch via Slack. So the notes will be shared on Google Classroom. So Naresh IT team will create a Google Classroom. Even I will be added to the classroom. So I'll be sharing the notes on Google Classroom with you. I'll give you a 30-page manual testing notes. That should be more than enough to cover all the manual testing theory concepts. Post that, you will also learn Jira. So if you can get your laptops to the class in your session, you will learn Jira all by yourself. I'll show you how to create your own credentials, how to create your own logins, how to raise your own tickets. You can do it all by yourself in the classroom by looking at the screen. So I would recommend you guys to bring your laptops. So that will be your first hands-on session. If you get your laptops, you can practice in the class itself. then and there itself, instead of going home, you know, looking at these recording. The offline students will not be receiving any recordings. The online students, those who pay for videos, they'll be getting their recordings. Okay, so you can check with the Naresh IT team on the video part and video recordings, the cost and all. I'm not sure about it. So you'll also learn Jira test case writing, how to write your test cases. What is the template that we follow to write our test cases? The manual theory content, the concepts, the definitions that are involved in your manual testing. Post that, we will be jumping to our database testing, manual database testing using MySQL. So if you're not aware of MySQL, no problem. We'll still be explaining MySQL from scratch. So as I've already mentioned, your career gap, or that's all right. Even if you don't have any knowledge of manual testing and Selenium are not, you know, completely not completely related. Both of them are unrelated, but yeah, you can still attend the classes. That's not a problem. As I've already said, your educational background, your career gap, your degree, that does not matter. If you understand the concepts well, if you appear, if you regularly attend the classes, if you practice it, you will, if you are able to perform well in your interview, that's more than enough to crack a job. So we will cover our manual database testing using MySQL. So we'll be writing your SQL. Some people call it SQL, some people call it SQL. We'll be covering our SQL also. So if you get your laptops, you can practice, you can do hands-on in your own laptops in the classroom only. So you need not spend another extra 1 hour or 2 hours separately for practice. So if you can type it along with me in the class, you will get a hands-on in your own laptops only. So I would recommend laptops again here in database testing. So if you bring your database testing, I'll take care of all the software installation part. I'll let you know what softwares you need to download, what softwares you need to install, how to set up everything. I'll take care of that part. I'll show everything step by step. You need not worry. I guess my audio is now clear. So if not, please let me know. So once we are done with our database testing using MySQL, after that, we will be learning manual API testing using Postman, the basics of manual API testing. So we'll not be covering API testing in detail, just enough to crack your interviews, just the basic concepts, so you can continue from there in the future if it is required. So your manual database testing and manual API testing are not really required. But if at all anyone is planning to go for an exclusively manual role, if you're not interested in automation, or if you want to only go for manual, in that case, if you are aware of database testing and manual API testing, manual database and manual API testing, that will give you a little competitive edge over the rest of the manual testing candidates. So I hope most of you will be going as freshers, or even if you're going as experienced candidates, this course is enough to cover at least 5 years of experience. Easily, this course will cover 5 to 6 years of experience. So you can combine both your manual as well as automation, and even put up 5 to 6 years of experience. If at all you want to go as experienced candidates. For freshers, this is more than enough to crack a job. Okay. So Naresh IT will also be assisting you in the placement part. You can check with the Naresh IT team here. This concludes your manual testing. This is all we will be learning as part of our manual testing. All the code, all the theory, everything will be shared with you as and when we start each topic. When we start each concept, the notes will be shared with you beforehand. So before coming to the class only, you will be given all the notes. So you can take a look at the notes in your laptops, in your machines, in your mobiles. If you can download it onto your mobiles, you can download it, and you can refer to the notes even during the class also. So that is how I teach. So I'll be sharing all the notes also with you, all the code also. And if you have your laptops, that's a bonus. You can do it hands-on in the class only. Okay. So this is what we'll be covering. I did not explain too much about manual testing. I did not give you too much details about manual testing. It's already late, so I didn't want to bore you guys. I know the offline candidates have been waiting since 7 o'clock in the morning. Really sorry for the inconvenience. I mean, it happens sometimes. Time bad aithe. So this is what we cover in your manual testing. And now starts your automation. In your automation, we will be covering core Java first. Why core Java? So before explaining you further about core Java or automation, let me explain what we actually. Voice break. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. So in your core Java, I mean in your automation, hope I am audible to the online candidates. All right. I guess my audio, I'm audible. So cool. So as part of your automation, what will you automate? What will we actually automate in our IT projects? What are we automating? Anything that is any application that is accessed via your web browser. You open your Facebook, you open your Instagram, not on your Android application, but on your browsers, Google Chrome browser, Firefox browser, Opera browser, Safari browser. Now don't ask me if UC browser is supported, but all the major browsers in the market, your Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Edge, Opera, Firefox, Safari, you can use these browsers and you'll obviously open whatever website that you want. You want to apply for a job, you open Naukri. You want to open Facebook, you open your browser. Of course, not many of you are opening Facebook from your browsers. You might already have your Android applications with you, but any application that you're opening from your browser, whatever may be the browser which I have mentioned now, the most leading browsers in the market, these are the browsers which I have mentioned now. So any website that is also an application, any application that you are opening, any browser that you are, any website that you are opening from these browsers, those can be automated. What will you automate? Clicking any button, opening your browser, going to a particular website, logging into the website, clicking on an image, clicking on a checkbox, uploading your profile pictures, or automatically typing something in the input fields, whatever that you do with your browser, anything that you do with your browser, you'll be using your browser for all kinds of stuff. Every single part can be automated related to your browsers, whatever may be the browser. I have mentioned 5 or 6 browsers now. Anything that you do on these browsers can be automated, and that is what we are going to learn in Selenium. So to learn Selenium, you must understand any one programming language before starting with Selenium. You cannot directly start Selenium. You need to have a fair understanding of at least any one programming language. Selenium is available in multiple programming languages. Your C Sharp, Java, Python, Ruby. It's available in multiple languages. But if you open your Naukri website or Shine, Indeed, Monster, any of these websites, job portals, basically, if you open any of these job portals, you will be seeing that you will have lots of openings with Selenium Java. There will be lots of openings with Selenium Java compared to other programming languages. If I have to give you a fair percentage, at least 75 to 80% of the jobs on the in the automation field will be on Selenium with Java. So Selenium with Java is the most in-demand course when it comes to test automation. So maybe you will get Selenium with Python also, but Selenium with Java for those in the offline section here. So if you want a job in and around Hyderabad, Selenium with Java should be your #1 choice, because there are lots of openings for Selenium with Java. And even for those in Bangalore or any part of the country, or even outside India, Selenium with Java is the most in-demand skill set. I need not give you the statistics. You can open Monster, Naukri, any of these websites. You can easily cross-verify whatever I have said. So you'll find lots of openings with Selenium with Java. So first we will start our Java. Before moving on to Selenium, we'll first start our Java. So this is not a full core Java class, but I'll be covering much of core Java. Core Java will be covered in a very detailed manner. Unlike other batches, your core Java will be given more importance rather than your manual, rather than anything else. Core Java will be given highest importance. So I'll be taking at least 2 to 3 weeks time for core Java. So core Java is very important, not just for your Selenium, but also for your interview. Your interviews are mostly based on core Java only, not solely on Selenium or manual testing definitions. If you're going for an automation role, if you're going for a manual role, core Java will not be asked. Nothing related to automation will be asked. But if you're going for an automation role, automation is where the money is. You'll be getting lots of salaries in automation. In manual, you might be getting huge salaries, but there will be a lot of manual work. There will be a lot of effort that you need to put in. So in your automation, you have a lot of money. That is where the actual money is. So obviously everyone wants a good paying job, a decent salary. So now don't ask me what will be the average salary after this class. Depends on how you perform in your interview. I have seen freshers getting 3 lakhs. I have seen freshers getting 15 lakhs also. So depends on how you perform, which company you are applying for. So don't worry about the salary part and all. But if you are good with your core Java, if you understand your core Java thoroughly, after a couple of years, after doing your job as an automation engineer for a couple of years, you can even migrate for a developer role also. So core Java will be covered in a very in detailed fashion in this particular batch. At least the batches I take, I'll be covering core Java in detail. So even if you don't know anything about core Java, that is completely all right. Everything will be explained in a very detailed layman fashion. So the only thing I expect from the students is having a working laptop or desktop. If you have a laptop, you can practice it in the class. If you have a desktop, you can practice at home. If you don't have any of these, you can come down to the Naresh IT labs in Hyderabad, Amirpet, and you can practice. You have lab assistants also, no problem. But apart from this, you should be thorough with your at least basic computer knowledge. What is my computer? How to open a browser? How to open a website? I hope every one of you has that basic idea. Anyone, even if you don't have it, no problem. You will eventually learn it, but I'll not be explaining the basics of my computer now. But at least you should have basic knowledge of computer. What is a right click? What is a left click? What is a double click? How to open my computer, how to open a browser, how to open a website. If you are aware of these basic stuff, that's more than enough. And if you're able to do basic maths, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, if you are thorough with these basic concepts in maths, that's more than enough. Okay. So voice gone because I have muted myself. Okay. So we'll be covering our core Java in detail. We'll be taking at least 2 to 3 weeks on core Java only. Post that, we'll be starting our Selenium. Okay. That is when we'll start our Selenium. So for those who are interested in automation, Selenium will start at least after one month to, or at least to start our Selenium, I need at least 5 to 6 weeks since the first day. So we'll directly not start Selenium, will not jump to automation in the beginning. We'll slowly start from our manual. You should also understand what testing is. So after at least spending 5 weeks in our course, that is when I'll be starting our Selenium. So Selenium is a very easy concept. If you understand your core Java, if you understand what testing is, Selenium is very easy to understand. You'll not need more time to understand Selenium. So post Selenium, this is enough to secure a decent job. Selenium, core Java, and manual testing, Postman and MySQL, these are enough to secure a decent job. But to stay relevant in the market, okay, to negotiate more salaries in your interview, you should have knowledge of at least one framework. Okay. If you have the knowledge of at least one framework, you can negotiate higher salaries in your interviews. Ultimately, you are learning this course for the purpose of securing a job with a decent salary. So you should be able to negotiate a decent salary with your interviewer. So to negotiate that, you will need at least one framework you should have the knowledge of at least one framework. So we'll be explaining test ng. It's not testing, it's test ng, next generation. So we'll be learning test ng framework in this course also. So that is one framework. Next, we'll also learn Cucumber BDD framework. This is another framework. This is also in high demand at the moment in the market. Okay. So you'll also learn Cucumber BDD as part of this course. So you should, I mean, so there will not be any internship. Naresh IT, I'm not sure about the internship. You can better check it with the admin team. I take care of the teaching part. The rest of the queries, you can check it out with Naresh IT. I'm not sure there will be any internship. They might help you with the placement assistance, but not internship. At least that's what I'm aware of. But you can check it with the admin team. The admin will be sharing his details shortly in the chat box again. So you can check it out with them. So after Cucumber BDD, I'll also share a mini project with you for your hands-on. Obviously, I'll giving you regular tasks so that you will have some hands-on practice. So manual testing and SQL, how many days? So manual testing will totally take starting from your theory till Anusha, hold on. I'll instruct the admin team. They'll be posting those details shortly. So to complete your entire manual testing, right from theory part till postman, I'll need at least 2 to 3 weeks to complete this entire part. So after that, your core Java, tomorrow core Java, the core Java part will take at least another 2 to 3 weeks. So in 5 to 6 weeks, we'll be completing our manual part and core Java. So these three, another 2 to 3 weeks. So I'll need anywhere between 8 to 9 weeks to complete this course. So that will be 2 months. So in 2 months, we'll be completing this course. For manual also, I'll be giving you regular tasks. If you are able to do it, very good. I would encourage you guys to participate in all those, I mean, submit all those tasks. Now, don't expect me to correct as an invigilator, but I'll let you know where to share your, answers, where to share your work. I'll tell you where to do it after we start our sessions. So even in automation, even in core Java, Selenium, I'll be giving you tasks regularly. So if you can do it and send me your code, that will also be use for you. That will also be of use for you. So the more you involve, the more you interact in the session, the better it will be for you. So instead of just simply listening to the class, you obviously have an advantage to bring the laptops to the class. So I do not have any problem if you bring your laptops to the class. I can easily manage all of you with your laptops. So do not worry, get your laptops. Obviously, if you have your hotspots ready with you, for those in the offline batch, if you have your hotspots ready with you, you can also connect to the internet and download whatever softwares I tell you in the class. Or if you can go home and download it also, no problem. Manual plus automation will be 2 months. Yes, 8 to 9 weeks. Okay. So post this, I will also share sample resumes for you. So some of you might not be aware of how to create a resume from scratch, from zero. So those resumes which I'll share, one for manual and one for manual plus automation. I'll share 2 resumes with you. So you can use those resumes and modify it as per your requirement. And at the end of it, I'll also explain how to create your own. I mean, if you can create your Naukri logins, I'll show you how to update your resume, how to update your profile for better visibility to the recruiters. The recruiters will also look at your Naukri profile. So I'll also help you with that part, with your Naukri part also. So if you can do that too, that will be really helpful even for you. Okay. So Hardik, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what it is. VP, I don't know what VP has got here, but maybe I'm yet to meet a VP. So this is your course content. Sorry for the disturbance on the very first day. There were some server issues at our end. Yeah, I have never met a vice president in my life. So, I mean, I'm not sure, Hardik. I've never met a vice president. I've not even met my director also in my company. So I maintain a pretty much low profile. So I've not met even my director also. Maybe it's the VP. You also have a president over VP. So maybe, but when will the batch start? The batch starts at 7:30. The duration will be for at least 1 hour, 1 hour minimum. Sometimes I'll take even 2 hours also. I'll let you know beforehand. Sometimes there might be, okay, this is offline plus online, right? So this will be a 6-day batch. 6 days a week, there will be class. So Dhanush, I'm not sure if ChatGPT is going to replace software testing. Maybe, maybe not, but you still have a lot of scope in testing. So course duration, it's 2 months. It's 2 months. The course duration is 2 months. Offline, anyone has any queries, fast, shoot your queries. If you have any queries, do let me know. Are you clear with the course contents? I know that you might not have an understanding of any of these which I have mentioned here. That's completely all right. Whatever is present on the screen, if you're not having any idea about that, that's completely all right. You're joining the course because you don't know anything. If you already know it, what is the point in joining this course? So don't worry, don't bother about the course. The only thing I require from you is regular practice, regular interaction in the class. If you're sitting just like that in the class, so maybe it will be a problem. So Purushottam, yes, Maven is also covered. Git is also covered in this class. Same timings, yes, online and offline, same timings. These are the demos. So tomorrow we'll be having another demo. So agile methodologies, yes, we'll be covering agile methodologies also. So I didn't want to confuse you guys with too much of stuff on the very first day. So we'll be covering Scrum Agile in our course. So don't worry. I'll also show you how to do it on Jira, Sprint and all that. So you need not worry about that part. Offline, anything. 2 months is more than enough for anyone, be it beginners. And even if you already have Java knowledge, you still have to learn Java in this class. So even if you know Java, you'll still have to sit through entire Java for 2 to 3 weeks at least. So just because you know Java, I'm not going to skip those. So there are a lot of people who don't know Java. So for them, I'll be explaining everything from beginning. So you'll still have to sit. The course duration is 2 months at least. So you can take 1 week, 10 days here and there also. From when will the class start? Today is actually the first day. So due to the issues, we had to start a little late, but from tomorrow, the session starts at 7:30 a.m. IST, 7:30 in the morning. So for those who are joining from outside India, it will be 7:30 a.m. IST, 7:30 in the morning, Indian Standard Time. So the admin number will be shared tomorrow. I mean, that's what has been mentioned in the chat box. Okay. Offline. Any queries? Yes, there will be another demo tomorrow also. Don't worry about the demos. There is another demo tomorrow too. There is another demo tomorrow also. All right. Okay. Okay. Admin number will be shared with you tomorrow. The actual classes will start from next week. Don't worry. The batch has already started. We are still conducting our demo classes. You can still join tomorrow as well. You can the demo classes. The demo classes will also continue tomorrow. This week there will be demo classes. So the actual classes will start from next week. However, I'll still be continuing with lots of new concepts every day. Okay. No, it's not the same content. I will be, yes, tomorrow's link will also be the same link for tomorrow also. I'll be covering content slowly in the demo classes, but from the next week, I'll be covering more content every day. So I hope your queries have been answered. So we can meet tomorrow at the same time, 7:30 a.m. IST. So please join. So tomorrow it will not be any issue. So bye guys. Thank you.